Hello, beautiful beings of energy having this incredible human experience on the planet. I welcome you in this moment that we share in this gathering of potential to drop into a different state of being, not to force anything, not to manage anything, not to engage in a belief that you're fixing anything, but simply to explore one of the many multi-dimensional realities of you. So there is no wrong or right way to engage in this meditation. It's all about observing, noticing, welcoming, and allowing whatever thoughts, emotions, physical sensations arising in any moment to simply be there without reaching out and grasping and engaging in whatever way helps you. If you're someone who even visualizes, perhaps like a cloud that would be passing by, even if we reached our hand out to grab hold of it, what we would grasp onto would be so transient, so spacious, ungraspable. So let all of those pieces that are coming into your experience through the mind, through the heart, through the body, be welcome today as in movement, as ungraspable, spacious, malleable. And we play with the notion of being spacious, formless, timeless consciousness, holding the space for all that arises and dissolves in our loving conscious awareness. So in this moment, just noticing that we're in a vessel on the planet Earth. Pretty magnificent in and of itself. So maybe we just take a moment to slightly honor how many years on the planet this vessel has been serving us in whatever context. Of course, not always comfortably. And in this moment, just noticing where there might be comfort or discomfort, pleasantness or unpleasantness. You might just put those subtle notes as we're moving through and noticing the body squeezing, stretching, releasing, what would feel sensational and delicious for your body right now. You know, squeeze in the shoulder, release in the fingers, a little movement back and forth, opening and closing the chest, a squeezing of the face, just letting yourself explore, you know, swirling of the hips, squeezing, releasing of the toes of the feet, you know, what's happening in the legs, in the back, in the spine, and, you know, just a minute or so of playing with the bones and the flesh and the trillions of cells, listening for your guidance, responding to the environment magnificently and intelligently, guiding so many processes that we're largely unaware of and unconscious of. So just a minute to connect with the body, gratitude, and curiosity. How are you feeling today, body? What do you need? You might even be exploring the breath a bit. When you're allowing the body now to settle a bit in whatever structure you may be sitting in, resting on, maybe you're walking, earth below your feet. Let yourself really feel the body being breathed. You don't even have to change it. It's okay if it's tight, short, shallow, choppy. What your breath will be giving you is information. This is the experience I'm having in and with this body. And perhaps you notice as you start to engage in curiosity without manipulation of the breath, that the breath naturally slows down, spreads out. And you may notice that it does not. And in both cases, that's perfectly okay. This meditation isn't about making something happen. It's about getting more intimate in relationship with all of these layers of being that are you and that are shared with the entire field that is. It's an opportunity for you to expand your relationship as conscious, loving awareness with thoughts, emotions, and the body as it transforms from moment to moment. So noticing, has your attention dropped into thinking? That's okay. Ah, interesting. Look at what the brain has done. You might come back to feeling the breath. You might feel your palms. You might open your attention to a sound. What supports you in connecting with this present moment that is unique to you? So even as I guide you in this meditation, you may sink into a space that feels really luscious and quiet and safe. Your free willed choice to be there as long as you like. And if you'd like to be guided, feel free to join me as we take a journey through the body, allowing the breath to be just as it is. Sounds just as they are as we welcome our attention to hearing them. Subtle sounds arising, the obvious sounds arising, the symphony of sounds. And the vibrational sound of the breath coming in and out of the body vessel in which you travel. You might even notice some sounds create disturbance in your field of energy. And you might notice some sounds really ground you, This is the exploration of what serves you best. And it's, of course, changing, but in the present moment, noticing allows us to respond consciously, to alchemize our attention, our action, our responses into a more easeful state of being, no matter what might be occurring circumstantially. So feeling the breath, you might even notice the sensation of the breath sweeping along the inner walls of the nose, throat, and lungs. For those of you who may have deviated septums and you're breathing through the mouth, just feeling that softly, that passage of breath through the mouth into the throat and lungs and back. Sense where the breath is already expanding the muscles in the body with every inhalation. Cleaning, clearing, pumping, fueling, engaging on a cellular electric level. All of these cells radiant and waiting to be illuminated and activated. And on the exhalation, the body naturally knowing what to release. And in the state of conscious, loving surrender. Even old patterns of thought, emotions, and stories that have been inhibiting us from feeling free, feeling loved, and feeling loving start to release. This is the benefit of coming home to the body and cultivating the kind of quiet and silence that we are together right now. It doesn't mean that sound doesn't exist. Sound is. It doesn't mean that thoughts don't pass through your field of awareness, because they are. They exist. But the quality, the speed at which, and the impact of start to change as we develop this intimate relationship with this body vessel. So if it feels phenomenal to just sit and explore this breath and every muscle that expands and releases with it, feel free to stay here. It is your choice on the planet to do what feels in alignment with you. And if it feels right to visit with these incredible body parts, one by one, just noticing, just connecting. As I guide you, feel free to join in that. So you start to briefly just sense into the soles of the feet, wherever they may be. Feeling the breath, feeling the soles of the feet. Everything else comes and goes. The most important relationship in this moment are the soles of the feet with your attention. Breath supporting this meeting. Sensing into the sea of sensations. The bottoms of the toes, the arches, the heels. Maybe there's numbness, heat, coolness. Feel and experience without needing to change a thing. Letting the feet, as you bring attention over to the tops of the feet, reveal themselves to you as vibration itself. The body breathing, the feet being seen. And as the portals they are to intelligence, to creation, let them lead you to the ankles. Feeling, breathing as you travel through the ankles, into the shins, into the calves. You may feel or sense the bones and flesh as you let the body be breathed, holding the space for breath, shins, calves. It matters not what travels through the mind in this moment as you bring your attention more fully to the space between knees and ankles. Let these cells joyfully be seen by you in this moment. And as if a levee has been opened upward, let your attention float through the knees, into the thighs, whatever they are, embracing the beauty. And if you are someone who physically has had amputation, your energy body exists, these thighs, these shins, these calves, these feet. You are an energy body. Your relationship was in the energy of this space. So we're feeling thighs in this moment. For some of us, a flesh, a bone. But we're feeling into the energy that animates our existence as beings on the planet. Flesh is only part of this story. So embrace your energy body as you travel through. Whatever this body is in this moment. Yes. A gratitude as we move into this pelvic bowl, the space between the hips. Sensing the inhalation, the exhalation. There is a state of just being awareness where you don't have to manage the force of anything here, including the breath. Notice if thinking has grabbed your attention. Let that be okay. Coming back to that relationship, hips, pelvis, breath. And with the inhalation, let your attention rise into the abdomen, into the lower back, into the sides of the lower part of the torso, being breathed. Times the body even may ask for a deeper breath. Honor that. But whatever the breath is, just being present with it as you sense the expansion of this space in the body. Each breath, a detoxification. Each inhalation, a nourishing. The systems are already designed for the experience of being and healing, living and dying in many forms, to allow that space for the transformation of the newest version of us to arise. So in this new moment, the newest version of you, let yourself be in relationship with the chest, the upper back, the sides of the upper part of the torso, being breathed, being loved. Every inhalation being breathed into this body vessel, a reminder that there is purpose and meaning for you being on the planet in this moment. And when this journey, this mission, so to speak, on planet Earth is over, that last breath in this vessel will be taken. Cherishing the breath as opportunity to be human. Feel it expanding. The lungs just expanding and softly kissing the inner ribs, every side, front and back. Sensing into the shoulders. Notice if you can feel the shoulders being breathed. And with every exhalation, let your attention slide down the arms, into the upper arms, through the elbows, every exhalation releasing you down. Playful and free, no needing to control the timing of it. Just notice where attention brings you with each new exhalation into the lower arms or the wrists. And when do you eventually land into the palms? Your attention brings you all the way to the edges of the fingertips and thumbs, and the whole arm from shoulders to wrists, the whole hand from the heels to the fingertips, all being breathed, all being validated and honored by you and the collective field of energy that is, simply by bringing your lens of attention to it and letting it be the star of this show in this moment, taking front stage, feeling the body breathing, feeling arms, hands, fingers, and thumbs. We're not calling for the emptiness of the mind and the absolute comfort of the body in meditation. We're welcoming an expanded conscious awareness and allowing whatever it is that is arising to dissolve in its own time. To be the curious observers of it so that we might alchemize our responses to it in service of peace, ease, freedom, love. So feeling that breath gliding in and out along the throat, expanding, releasing the neck. Feel the head being breathed. Maybe you feel it in the nasal passages. Maybe you feel it in the ears, or you could feel the breath even in the mouth, expanding, releasing. You might even feel the sensation of the breath moving the skin, the scalp, the brain itself. You are a throbbing energy field, pulsating mass. And feeling into the whole head, letting your attention just settle into the forehead, feeling the body being breathed, the attention resting in the eyes, the sockets, the eyeballs themselves, the muscles, the connective tissue being breathed. And yet nothing to actively see here. Even if eyes are open, nothing to actively see here, just gaze resting. Cheeks, jaw being breathed. Tongue, just this momentary attention with the tongue gives it permission to rest. There's nothing to say here. There's nothing to chew here. There's nothing for the mouth to actively be engaged for. Every breath is an invitation to allow the muscles of this beautiful body to be more deeply at rest. It's not for us to force, but to simply invite. It knows when it is ready to release. So feeling into the whole body vessel, the front, back planes, side planes, the bottoms of the feet, top of the head. The whole vessel being breathed. Every breath, and I love you from consciousness itself. And I see you. I hear you. Value you. I am you. What you feel matters. What you say matters. What you think matters. How you honor thyself matters. This vessel, this conscious being of you that is both a unique field and also connected to the entirety of the field of pulsating potential as energy. All that is, you are. Allowing yourself to feel the body being breathed, perhaps in a deeper state of curiosity as you start to come back from this spacious, formless, expansive you into a blending back with the body, holding the space for both. So that as you hold the space for being that consciousness, that you come back and say hello to the vessel again, waking up into this present moment as the conscious creator, as the alchemist, as loving awareness itself now, seeing more. having recalibrated the field to be actively listening more and aligning with more integrity throughout the day. What is it that feels right in this moment? The small yeses to ourselves and sometimes no to others, sometimes yeses to others, and no to those parts of ourselves that want to resist expanding in a new way, that have those memories woven in fear. Remember, in this moment, you are this, all that is, active potential, limitless possibilities, an incredibly creative portal of source for a human experience, uniquely designed and co-created and shared with all of humanity, with all beings on earth, the earth itself, and the entire universe. You are made of the same starlight, the same energy. You are made of the same elements that you see in the sky, in the water, and in the earth. You are beautifully purposeful, and we thank you. Allow yourself, in however much time feels right for you, to come fully back into this body, to really enjoy the process, the exploring on the planet Earth today. Be well, my friends.